Hello again, literally where we left off. This is Partyfoot playing Ucarnfightr, my kind of semi-unconscious RuneScape, old school RuneScape character, dressed up in, of course, my awesome gear. We were doing the Cold War quest in order to get up eventually to doing Desert Treasure 2. And I was trying to figure out how to craft a penguin, and I didn't want to craft a toy because I wanted to craft a penguin, but it turns out the next menu is where I need to look. Okay, so there we go. Turns out we can craft lots of toys. This stool is huge. Imagine the proportion of that. That's... I mean, it's like a slab of wood. It's like a table. It's like half a foot thick almost. More. Alright, I guess now we can get out of here. We have the penguin. We're going straight back to Larry now at Ardoin Zoo. Okay, good. See you soon. Ardoin, is that how you say it? I don't know. Don't ask me. That's just how I say it. You know, there's almost no chance that in real life, like in like an everyday not walking around life, that I will say the word Ardoin to someone. And the only specific circumstance where that's possible is if I'm talking to like one of the people who I know in real life who do also play RuneScape, which are not that many. And we happen to be, like, it's so hyper-specific. And even then, they would know what I would mean. So, I don't care. There's no need to correct me on this. Well, actually, you know what? I am, well, of course, I'm going to farm you for comments. You definitely, who's watching this. So, you know, there you go. You can comment, actually, the correct pronunciation. And to be fair, I would actually be interested. We're going to see Larry. Yeah, Ucarnfightr is very vacant. Probably... early dementia, we don't know. We hope not. It's terrible and like really does suck if that happens to you. So, but you know, we're extremely vacant a lot of the time. Hello, Larry. Do I have the suit? Yes, I have it. That seems like it. You're a very skilled crafter. Well, thank you for saying so. I've made, you know, 16,000... I don't know, I can't even remember how to train crafting. Lenses. Talk to Larry. We could swap his dialogue around, but it'll be the right way around soon, once we're done with this quest. So Ucarnfightr is like, really just kind of like almost like a puppet, like a shell. These people, I don't know if they're as afraid as they should be, because it's extremely arbitrary. I'll kill anyone. I'll like just if the voice, which is this thing over here, says like this guy needs to die, I don't need any context. I'll just be poking him with my rapier. Okay, so I'm getting I'm dressing myself as a penguin and getting myself sent to the wilderness. So. Penguin time. So I think my hands need to be free. I guess I need to put away some of my weaponry. Tuxedo time? You can't wear a cape. Well, jeez. Ooh, I feel exposed now. Look at that. That's a downgrade without the cape. Ooh. Whoa. That's an uncommonly excellent animation. Okay, am I a penguin now? Yes. I don't think a penguin would be a bad animal to be. I mean, I guess, you know, mobility-wise, it's kind of interesting. Like you've got the high-speed options, which is actually insane, but you have the like your like basic mode, like walking options are awful, which is a really weird. Like imagine being able to run insanely fast, but like if you slow down at all, you just don't know what to do. And you like start falling over and like... I mean, they can walk, of course. You know. I just need to do one more move and then I've gotten the greeting right. Okay, cool. Well, again, Ucarnfightr just has a voice in her head that's just like, this is the right option. It's just like it's like a primal instinct that there's no thought behind it. There's no context behind it. There's just kind of this like vague flashing awareness of like who you're talking to and like maybe what they're like the overall gist of the situation is. Again, if this guy was like, kill everyone at a Doin, I'd be like, shing, pull out the blade, just just walk towards the nearest like child on the street, bam, gone. Like Ucarnfightr is a demon. Okay, well apparently I guess we were just communicating. Oh, I see. This is some sort of political infiltration, which is cool. I like the I've always liked the sense of humor that old school RuneScape has. It really doesn't take itself seriously. Your character kind of leans a little bit into this kind of detachedness. But I'm even more detached than that, so... Alright, where are we at now? We need the raw cod, the feathers, the swamptar, and mahogany planks. Okay, let's go do a stuff gathering exercise, and let's get our cape back on before anyone else sees my back, which is awful. Okay, that's better. Let's go back to the bank. Yes. And I might get an actual raw cod because probably you can feed it anything raw, maybe, and that's fine, but I also just don't want to deal with having to run around more if I have to. But maybe I'm running around more even though I don't have to, which is hilarious, but, just there's no winning. There really isn't. Swamptar. One swamptar. Yeah. And a rich mahogany plank. One rich mahogany plank. And then we need some moolah. Coinage. A couple thousands of those. And we'll run over here. Energy's still good. Now that I've actually got a decent amount of agility, I think on my old character, but way back in the day, I never got that high. It was like 50 maybe. I was high in some stuff. I think I had 90s for some stuff, but I didn't like round the character as much as I rounded this one. We're still not, we're still child's play compared to the greats, of course. But all right. So I need a raw cod. Give me a raw cod, sir, ma'am. Sorry, Ucarnfightr is a woman, of course, because I was interested in the possibility of people giving me stuff, thinking I was a woman. I was never an impersonator. I'll say that. But I was willing to allow a completely unprompted misunderstanding to take place, and I think that was actually my legitimate. Well, I mean, I sometimes play with female characters in video games. I don't know, they're good to look at, I guess. What do I need to buy? A raw cod. That is what I need to buy. And because this is a quest item, maybe someone is like scalping, we're just gonna like pump this because I don't want it to not succeed. Excellent. Okay, our fears were unfounded. Combat gear. Do I look up what I have to fight, or do I just assume that this is gonna be enough? I think it's gonna be enough. I'm just gonna get out a wee suit, like a combat potion, and like a... Well, prayer will be enough. Maybe just like one shark, just to hedge our bets. Maybe, like, come on, it could be an actual fight. No, this is a penguin quest. I probably have to beat like a boss penguin who's like level 60 or something. I don't know. This is my average level of preparedness. I think for something like Desert Treasure, I'd be more scared. So probably the Lumbridge Sheep Farm. Do I have a Lummy teleport in here, or do I just use my my little draw pattern on the ground? Actually, maybe I don't. What about this? I never... oh, it's got Watchtower. Teleport menu? What have I loaded in here? I didn't think I actually did anything here. Yeah, I haven't really... Alright, well, I think what we have to do is just get out of here and use our good old sit down. This was also kind of new to me. Oh, he's got the hammer. Oh, overall badass. Look at that guy. Or gal. Basilisk jaw. Nice boots. Ooh, lava cape. No one comment on my lack of lava cape, okay? I've fought Jad 3 times, I think. Two or three times. It was easy. Like, it's easy to get to him. It's just tedious. It takes like an hour, and then he just one-shots you, and it's like all you have to do is prayer flick for like 2 minutes or something, and it's easy. But it's at the end. The only way you can try it is at the end of a 1 hour just grueling, just like tedious ordeal. Brutal. I'm gonna get there eventually. I'm being stubborn as heck though. It's like I'm only going to do it when I have a Slayer task, and then whenever I get the Slayer task, oh, I don't want to do it now. I mean, I did just get a Slayer level, so maybe I don't, it would be probably a good time to not, unless we start, binging Slayer. I need to actually, I have to pay attention again. Can I Tuxedo time? I see. There we go. Okay, I understand that I can't have my cape and my hands full. Sure. Alright, turn me back into a penguin, sir. But okay, there would be cool elements of being a penguin. You're social, so you're hanging out with other penguins. You can slide on your tummy really fast. You swim like a torpedo. I guess being eaten by a seal, or just being a penguin in general with like a leopard seal around or something. I like leopard seals. I think they're cool. But I think that would probably be one of the scariest things to be in your environment if you were, like, even a human, but, like, unless you're, like, an orca, a leopard seal is basically, like, a demon. It's, like, intelligent and fast and stealthy and, like, it's just gonna end your life. Jeez. I don't know how I started personifying the penguin this much. I've lost concentration on what I'm doing again. Return to Ardoin Zoo. Alright, let's go. Do I get to remain a penguin? Hey, I actually do. Oh. Never mind. What? Yeah? Nutty? Oh, I see. The animation was a bit stuck. Ardoin Zoo again. You. Put the cape back on. Put the cape back on. Yeah, leopard seals are no joke. So I think owls can be like that as well. Okay, have you guys ever seen a grey owl like swoop in? I think if you were the thing that is getting eaten by an owl, like a rabbit, that has got to be that's like a Stygian nightmare. This silent predator with huge like focused eyes that just like come at you. You're just eating lunch, and then the talons just come out of nowhere and grab you. And it's like... I mean, that's... Has anyone seen The Rats of Nim? The Secrets of the Rats of Nim? That is, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. I love those old cartoon movies. I don't know if that's okay to say. Animated movies. I think those hand-drawn ones, like, because of the amount of effort it took, it's just going to be so hard to ever get to a place where that is popular again. And, it could be a kind of niche artistic project, I guess, but it's like, the labor cost is just so high. But they were so beautiful and detailed. I guess we'll eventually be able to emulate it, probably pretty thoroughly with AI. Anyway. Again, we are not sure what's going on. We're just being like the instincts are just telling us to get into this, to get shrunk. Put in this the instincts are telling us to get shrunk, put into this mechanical penguin to perform certain actions with our body around a group of other penguins, and then just there's some sort of we have to speak to the. We're doing some sort of negotiation, I guess, but big problem. Except that I think it was west of Lumbee, right? So I think Draenor would be okay. So let's go Draenor. My instinct to put the cape back on is ill-founded because we're just about to have to put it back on again, but I really want to because my look is not correct without the cape. Oh, I remember trying to, like, when those obby capes came out way back in the day, like in the whole Jad area was... I think that's probably also why I don't like Jad, is on top of the fact that it's extremely tedious, I could concentrate for an extended period of time, and then, like, I just get one shot, and I can't really practice it that well. It's like so easy, too. Like, I actually feel like I have like a 66% chance of doing it, but the pressure just chokes me out, and I'm like, God dang it. And now, of course, it's even worse because obviously I'm overdue. I'm combat level like, 119 or whatever. I can easily do Jad. There are people like significantly lower level than me that have done it like first try. So now it's becoming a complex basically. I love the little. I do like being a little penguin here. I think in a world where you were invulnerable, like you didn't suffer, and your body was like invulnerable, like so you couldn't starve, you wouldn't get eaten by predators, like you could get scared and chased, and maybe like you had a bit of that kind of similar, but it would just be like this divine intervention that you would just be okay in the end. Which animal would you be? Like you could be a rabbit, but in this world the owl doesn't get you, but maybe there are owls out there, and you don't. I don't know. Yeah, I guess you can choose whether you want to know. It'd be quite stressful to be invulnerable but not know it. I mean, better than not being invulnerable, but also like then just being in constant fright might still be pretty brutal. And then, assuming that no sort of situation occurs where, like, humans, like, realize you're indestructible and start testing you. Like, okay, well, that's not going to happen either. So, leopard seal would be pretty epic. Orca, like sea creatures, but then, like, imagine not being able to scratch your body because you have no hands. I mean, seals can kind of do it, but like, having a body like that would be crazy. This is getting very existential. Steal a cowbell from a dairy cow. This seems very beneath me, not gonna lie. I mean, I guess that's Ucarnfightr is reasonably just neutral, right? I mean, I think she is perhaps a psychopath, well, at least a sociopath, but I don't know, she's not really that evil. I mean, she did kill a lot of cows when she came out, and that was just like going into a field of cows. I don't know the owner or anything, just go to town. That's probably a huge crime. I mean, that would be a huge crime. I mean, that would be honestly that's an incredibly immoral thing to do. Just slaughter cows in a paddock. Yep, that was how we cut our teeth. Probably one of the first things we did on this character. Fresh off the tutorial island, back in the grips of COVID. Okay, no one wants to think about COVID. I've got to admit that. Penguin time. So penguin would be. I mean, I would try penguin. Imagine if you also didn't have to commit. So like, just do your top 5. Okay, here you go. If you're actually watching this and you're a human, just comment. What's your pick for you don't have to have like the death and suffering of like a wild animal life, but you want to be the animal. Koala, 23 hours of sleeping a day. I mean, that like, maybe it's kind of depressing. I don't know, but like, are there koala philosophers? Are they dreaming? Are they But then again, if you're a dreaming koala, what do you dream of? Oh, that I'm a human, and then it's just like the simulation doesn't make sense to be a part of. Come on, Larry, just release me from this. Release me from the grips of this process. Okay, so we're deceiving the sheep off some plan with the penguins. Oh, I built this. Point out to me who did this, and I will destroy them. I have killed elder gods. Talk to Larry. I like that we really deprioritize talking to Larry. Like, in the future, Larry, you will be an object for me to use as transportation. I won't even consider you to be a person. Isn't that ruthless? It is pretty ruthless. Okay. Cool. You shrink it. So now, what do I have to do? Jump in the penguin suit, talk to the KGB agent. Okay, these are the, in the northwest. Okay, it's going to point me to the right direction. I think the slipping on the tummy seems like a really fun way to get around. I think it must be very intense, like face first. But having a streamlined, like, pokey nose, so, you know, if the beak goes on the left side of the rock, then the face kind of might get scraped, but you're sliding across the rock, not striking into it, right? So, I don't know. I'm probably not particularly cut out to be a penguin. What about a terrestrial animal? Or like a leopard or something. You know, a cat, cat's like a good choice probably, but I need to get ID. Okay. Two-factor authentication. 2 forms of photo ID. Genetic verification. Retinal verification. There's like 5-factor authentication, maybe. Actually, like an extra layer, so there'll be the 2-factor for like once you've done the 5-factor for a given period of time. Like each day you can do the 5-factor 3 times, maybe, and just have the 2-factor in between those 5 times. Or like maybe if you're like not working for 30 to 40 seconds, then it will go back. Like, yes, so you have a system where you have a certain number of 5-factor authentications that the company will allow you to use per day, but they also won't allow you to not work. So if you lock yourself out, you're in big trouble. And if you're away from computer for more than like, you know, what's the minimum time for a pee break? Like 1 minute 30 seconds. Then it goes to the second one and uses one of your like 5-factor authentication tokens. And of course, it's extremely tedious because of, like, why wouldn't it be? Ooh, what do we got to do here? I hope that you are going to tell me. I'm just going to run. Something's going to happen? No, okay, this is not a trap room. These are the sophisticated penguins. Hit Pablo. Pablo the penguin, okay. That's good. Yeah, I mean, you know, so Ucarnfightr is blithely infiltrating this, like, what you would probably consider to be a serious and elaborate, you know, sophisticated operation here, completely without really even knowing what's going on, and just fully vibesing it out. I feel like I need to say that you are looking for this scepter that I am holding in my hands, and the guy goes, yes. Okay, here's the training camp. I gotta say, like 1-2 fire waves, I think we might be able to set these penguins straight. Can I move around? I can. What a cool perspective. That's unusual. Okay. Keep those beaks high, men. Okay, so penguins have gendered militaries as well. Interesting. I don't know, like I guess penguins share parental responsibilities pretty. This looks pretty interesting. Okay, I'm gonna get crushed a few times, I guess. Okay, just go. You know what? Just go. The more you think about it, the more likely it is that you'll make a huge mistake. Now, see, this I don't think is like something that is going to be that easy for a penguin to do. I think the hopping game, maybe the hopping game I'm underestimating a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. Also, I reckon just having like a couple fingers, like at least something to scratch your butt with in your flippers is so necessary. I've seen like birds and penguins like kind of giving themselves a scratch, but it's like you don't know what it's like to have mammalian hands. You know, we've got fingernails. Like that's crazy awesome, right? Like if you actually if you actually think about it, I mean, a lot of animals, if they get itchy, they just literally can't do anything. I mean, like they have to rub against like a rock or something that's the right height and like angle. I mean, you know, you've seen those bear videos where they're scratching their back. Bear's a dexterous animal. Imagine if you're a horse. Okay. We just have to carefully make our way up the hill, I guess. Do we slide all the way down? No. Okay, fine. I am fairly confident we're going to be okay then. Especially if we go into sections where otherwise we couldn't go, because then we theoretically can't fall back. Maybe we can't fall back over this tile because it's not a movable tile. Okay, there we go. I'm still wearing the penguin suit. Oh, this is a race. Yeah, see, like imagine you're a penguin and you could just, and you know, you're getting fish and you're happy and the fish are appealing to you and you're sliding on your tummy. I guess it's just like not a lot of sophistication though. Maybe you get bored. So maybe you have to be like, you know, you maybe have like a rotation. So maybe you're not invincible, but when you die, you just reincarnate. Wouldn't that be nice? I know there are, you know, obviously there are people who believe in reincarnation. My own mother was Buddhist when I was a kid, but you know, I don't really see that being as super likely, which is unfortunate, I guess. Well, maybe, who knows? We don't know. That would be cool though. But you need to be able to retain some like detached repositories, like maybe like a high score, like at the end of each round, you know, your overall stats. And I guess maybe it would be spoilers if you got the stats during the run, but you know, imagine being like top 5 dragonflies for dexterity, like for aerial dexterity. You just be like, I am the pinnacle of aerial mobility to like the 99th percentile. Reoccurring. All right, where am I going? Return to Larry. Tell him about the penguin army. I have to leave this place, which I think is this way. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If penguins had guns, would that be enough? I don't think so. I don't think this rebellion really has much to stand on, to be honest. Like a sloth, or like maybe a capybara. Capybara is a decent one. That handsome nose, you know. Yes, the penguins are organized. And it's cool, you know, Ucarnfightr is so detached that, like, I don't know, the way that it works is that they can be even saying the right words, you know? But it's like, even 1 second later, there's no recollection of what those words were at all, so I have to go in here as... Yeah, okay. Can I just put it on? No. I have to go to him to cast a spell on me. Okay. Tut tut. Oh, we need this. Give me the juice. Tuxedo time. And see, I don't really understand why we need to inform Larry. I will say that sometimes the voice can be a little inefficient, because realistically what just needs to happen is I just need to come in here with Ancient Magic and just Ice Barrage. Well, maybe not Ice Barrage because of their nature, but, you know, I don't know. Do a bunch of AoE magic and just completely annihilate all of these penguins. Yeah, I mean, if I had to guess, they might be resistant to cold, so I guess that's probably a wise thing to avoid trying to use, but... I don't know, blood magic. Penguins have blood. %100 exsanguination. Yeah, I do like the sense of humor. KGP, these penguins are like secret police. Just to reiterate myself on that point again. Okay. What's next? Surely we're nearly there. Bring the following items. Suit, mahogany plank, leather. Are we going to fight something soon? Use mahogany plank to make leather... On the leather to make bongos. The mahogany plank on the leather to make bongos. You need to be out of the penguin suit. Okay, well, good. Let's get in and out of the penguin suit. In and out. Okay, next question. after you've determined which of the kind of like animals you would love to live in a life where you didn't have the crazy suffering of like running around in a environment where people can actually just kill and eat you and there's no law or whatever. What would be your most you appear to be stuck. What would be your most exciting mechanical animal suit to have? Imagine having and I guess it would by necessity like be a weird size wise. What about like a giraffe? That'd be so weird and funny and fun. I think being a giraffe that would suck a lot. Like you put your head down and like the feeling a giraffe must have when they do that, and they're like that because they have this like special neck system trying to keep blood in their head, and like if they bend down it could basically knock them out, right? So I've pressed them again, haven't I? Imagine that being your body. Like you go to take a drink of water and it's like, imagine those moments where you stand up and you feel a little dizzy. That, except like 5x, 10x, where it's like your whole soul basically just like floats to the front of your forehead and your eyes nearly pop out. Play the penguin bongos. I assume we have to get back in the penguin suit now. Return to ping pong and give them the bongos and the cowbells. Okay, so let me back in the penguin suit. Penguin time. Is it for the last time penguin time? I don't know. We're probably getting kind of close. Thanks for anyone who's actually joined me for this Cold War's journey as Ucarnfightr, the penguin double agent, and this discussion about, there's no way, Jekyll, get out of here. I'm doing a clandestine operation as a different species, and you walk up to me, identify me by name, and go, "Hey, Ucarnfightr, you wanna like do this trivial little game with me?" Jekyll, we've had a long relationship. I used to be able to murder you. Now I can't. I long for the day when I can have you. Actually, there might be a setting for that. Okay, this is the big meeting. We've got the cowbells and the bongo drums. Oh, he's a music enthusiast. I can see from the state of his. Well, he's left a bit of his stuff on the ground. I mean, I know how it is. Well, it looks down. Where is my writing book? Is it on the floor next to me somewhere? No. Okay, exonerated. Don't stop hitting spacebar. This guy's got a Casio cassette player. Yeah, I was old enough to have some tapes. Music on tapes, can you believe it? What evolution. Open the control room doors via the control panel. Via le control panel. Control panel, okay. Okay, and then we're presumably going to have guards or something that we need to avoid, maybe? No? Enter the room, walk a few steps in to be captured. Okay. Oh, this way. Thought I was going to fight these guys, but maybe I will soon. Come in. Get captured. Kill ice lords until you're able to leave. It may take up to 3. Okay, cool. Okay, I better get to keep that as memorabilia. Oh, no weapons? Oh, I guess I didn't have my weapon on. I'm not your average wizard or witch. Here's another one. If you're, leaving comments. What's a like a feminine term for a wizard that's not got the associations of witch? I've looked this up before, so I just don't think that one exists in like popular culture. Because I think to be a nerd about it, sorceresses are a different category. We're not talking about sorcery or I don't know. What do you think? Which kind of was popularized, I think, maybe by Harry Potter, but it has that kind of Western European, or like just maybe even just general like connotation. I don't necessarily. I want a word that doesn't have that connotation. Anyway, I guess we can probably already leave here. It's like when the voice is the voice in Ucarnfightr head is saying you don't actually have to keep killing these things, but the autopilot just keeps pushing the rapier into the next one's chest. Their loved ones crowded around them as they bleed out and die, and Ucarnfightr just got this blank look, like being piloted like Rick and Morty, that episode where he gets the time crystal that shows him the future where he goes to Jessica, like. Heck yeah. That's gold. That's a good... Honestly, if you're actually here and watching this, come on. This is good. This is good, right? Maybe. Wait. Okay, I'm only saying that because I probably expect no one to actually see it. I'm a buzzkill? You've had me walking around the universe getting dressed in a penguin costume, and you're going to call me a buzzkill. Have we lost the clockwork suit? No. Okay, good. Boom! And there we go. 1 quest point. Access to the iceberg. So that was a prerequisite for, I think, like, making friends with my arm, which we can now do. So this will be the next one. But anyway, thanks for joining me on this little quest here. This is, Partyfoot as Ucarnfightr, aka, ooh, nice gear. He's got the poisoning head. A bit of Torax. No, not Torax. That might be Torax? Darox. Didn't notice. Anyway. Yeah, we'll see you next time maybe. Thanks for joining us if you have. And bye-bye for now.